welcome. My name is Susan, and today's video is going to be about healing childhood trauma, doing the inner work, the shadow work, the inner child work, using the 4 archetypes of trauma. So first, if you don't know what an archetype is, it's a personification of various characteristics and behavioral patterns that are universal to human collective consciousness. That's kind of complicated, isn't it? Let me just give you an example. For example, the hero. Everybody wants to be the hero of their life. If you think about like what are the characteristics of a hero, like a male energy, maybe he's brave, he's righteous, he's strong. You have like a certain like image of what he looks like and what his characteristics would be. That's an archetype. And if you're familiar with the tarot, like tarot card readings, the tarot deck is based on different archetypes. So you have like the magician, the fool, the empress, the hierophant. So that's all universal energy, like behavioral characteristics that are shared by all humans. And so there are hundreds of different archetypes, and if you've gone through childhood trauma, you probably, most likely, have these 4 archetypes. And so these archetypes are the inner child, the victim, the prostitute, not what you think, and the saboteur, the one who sabotages. And these 4 archetypes, it's like a childhood wound to the heart. And so when working with these archetypes, always need to come from the heart and never try to force anything. So I'm going to start by saying that I'm not actually going to talk about the inner child, which might surprise you because there's so much work out there on inner child work. But what I can say from my experience is that the other 3 archetypes, the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute, the more healing that you do on the 3 of those archetypes, the more the inner child will be healed. Because I feel those archetypes are aspects of the inner child, and so as you heal those 3, you're healing the inner child, and as you heal the inner child, you heal yourself. So I'm going to start with the saboteur, which is my favorite. And you'll see why in a minute, why it's my favorite. So I've got a lot of notes here because there's a lot of information to get through. So the saboteur, it's rooted in the belief that you're unworthy of love, and so it keeps you safe by sabotaging you anytime anyone gets too close to you, too close to seeing that, oh, you really aren't worthy of my love. And so it's going to sabotage your relationships. And also anytime you want to step out of your comfort zone, upgrade your life, get out of your stuck situation, whether that be relationship or financial, career. This is that energy. So it's going to keep you in this little safety bubble to protect you. So some of the aspects of this, like the characteristics, there are like negative and positive characteristics. These archetypes are named after their negative characteristics because that's why they're in your subconscious, because they've lost their light which is essence of the essence of energy. Like they don't have any love, and love is the energy of life. And so they're void of love. They're in your subconscious, in the darkness. So they're the negative aspects, but they do have a positive side to them. So I actually, as I worked with the energies, I actually renamed them because as they start to heal, they're no longer, you no longer need to identify them as their negative aspects. So Saboteur holds the key to your self-esteem, your authenticity, your self-love, your joy, up-leveling relationships and career. So that's why I like it. So never negative aspects. So it can block you from opportunity or relationships. A lot of fear involved in Saboteur. So there's stagnation, procrastination, frozen, like afraid to move forward in your life, afraid to take any steps to better your life or better yourself at all. And this Saboteur energy is the energy of freeze in like PTSD. You have the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. This is the freeze energy. So disempowerment. But the positive energy of this archetype is just as it can keep you from opportunities, it can also lead you to opportunities. Instead of being fearful, you become a risk taker. You can push through any resistance that you feel around fear. You have self-esteem, love, self-love, authenticity in your speech and your actions, and you up-level your life. And you have the capacity for forgiveness, and also you are able to embody joy. So all good things, right? Healing the Saboteur. There are some things you can do to build your self-esteem. I like doing mirror work, just every day looking in the mirror and saying, "You're beautiful, I love you." And at first it can feel a little uncomfortable, maybe if you're just starting this work, but just keep doing it every day, and as you heal, you'll really come to enjoy it. And also there's mantras you can do. Saboteur feels unworthy, unloved, and unsafe. So making mantras around that, just as simple as "I am loved, I am safe, I am worthy," can help. And then stepping out of your comfort zone. This is something to do step by step, because Saboteur is like that voice that's going to tell you, you can't do that, and you're not worthy of that, or you're not good enough to do that. Who do you think you are? That kind of energy coming up to try and stop you from doing whatever it is you want to try to do. And also, if you push too fast, too soon into stepping out, you can have like panic attacks, or Saboteur can come up in ways like sudden illnesses. So you really do, as you take small steps forward, you want to prove, like, "See, I did this, it's okay, I'm safe, nothing happened." And then be consistent. Do it again. "I'm safe." Do it again. "I'm safe." So that as you become comfortable with doing whatever you're stepping out to do, your inner child knows that it's going to be safe being seen or heard, or whatever it is you're stepping out to do. So also there's breath work you can do if you start to feel anxiety or any kind of thing that's dysregulating your nervous system. You can do breath work, just breathing in for 5 counts, hold it for 4, breathe out for 5, hold it for 4. And also doing meditation, just relaxing your body, or even going through and just sometimes I'll just start from my feet and just relax every muscle in my foot, and then work my way up, my legs, relax every muscle in my leg, and just go through your entire body. And I even go so far as relaxing my brain or my mind, and that works really great to regulate your nervous system. And what I want to say is that working through the fear, pushing through the fear, is where the magic happens. It's where you reclaim your power, reclaim your light. So this is really important work. So that's Saboteur. And one last thing, I renamed my Saboteur Entrepreneur, or you can call it like leader or alchemist. So that's Saboteur energy. And then the next one I want to talk about is prostitute. This one is kind of interesting energy. I've done a lot of contemplating on this one, because when I first had my Kundalini awakening 9 years ago, the energy like shot up my spine and exploded into my head, and I was given this statement, death to the prostitute. And I was just kind of like, what the heck does that mean? So I spent a lot of time really digging into what that energy consists of. And what I found is that it's about giving away your energy to someone else, to let them determine whether you're worthy, whether you're good enough to be loved or liked, or it's based again in belief of being unworthy to receive love, to receive anything really. But the really sad part about this energy is that you're giving your power away to someone else in order to receive your worth, your lovability, when in actuality you own your love, you are love, and you can never be unworthy. So you're actually giving your power away, giving all your energy, time, attention, doing whatever for other people to try and get something that already belongs to you. So yeah, that's tough. So we want to get our power back, basically, with this one, with the prostitute energy. And you can watch I made a video where I talk about my healing journey, and about some messages that I received from Spirit about unworthiness, and about how impossible it is to be unworthy. And that's called My Journey to Worthiness. So check that out if you want to. So what this prostitute energy holds the key to standing in your power, your creativity, because you now have the energy to be creative, and then your stability. It's a nice foundation to build your life on. And I think that's when you've gone through trauma, you really have a shaky foundation. So this is building a new foundation for yourself. So there's actually a lot of work to do in this one. So some of the negative behaviors in this is putting yourself last, overextending your energy, people pleasing, conflict avoidant, do-gooder, self-compromising, putting yourself in non-beneficial situations, or getting the short end of the deal in situations, allowing other people to drain your energy, selling yourself short, not charging enough for your time, energy, your work, working for free, giving discounts and sales in your business, hustling. Positive behaviors, taking your power back. Stop seeking outside of yourself for love, worthiness, any kind of valid self-validation. It all comes from within you. Being in touch with your feelings. I think when you've gone through trauma, we're not always in our body, like, and in touch with our feelings, and so a lot of times we need time to process stuff afterwards, after something happens, and so it's just getting in touch with your feelings and how to deal with that situation. Setting healthy boundaries. If you don't know what boundaries are, boundaries are like an invisible line that you determine. They're completely fluid, so changeable at any moment, and they protect your energy, your emotions, your physical body, your property, your personal space, your time. And they are determined by you, by speaking up. People aren't mind readers. They don't know where your boundary is. If somebody stands too close to you, they don't know that you're uncomfortable unless you speak up and say you're uncomfortable. So it's about throat chakra, being able to speak up and say what you need. Also, not allowing others to drain your energy, selling yourself short. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I already went. Sorry, I lost train of thought. We're in the healthy ones. Yeah. Sorry. So setting healthy boundaries. Use the word no. Getting comfortable with saying no. Having creativity, having more energy, and creating a stable foundation. And I renamed this one My Inner Goddess, or Healer. So healing the prostitute energy. First of all, setting those boundaries. Really getting into your body and feeling, because you're going to set the boundaries by where you feel discomfort. And it's moment by moment. Like, you could feel comfortable in one moment and the next moment you're not comfortable. So learning to let people know where your boundaries are at any moment, at any given moment, and understand that it's okay for you to change the boundary line at any time. Nothing is written in stone with boundaries. It's a invisible line and fluid line, and you're creating it at any moment. So just get comfortable with speaking up and setting your boundaries. And I want to say, I just want to mention that if you're in a relationship where you are in an abusive situation, doing the work of this prostitute work that I'm talking about is not really the best idea. It's better to get enough self-esteem to leave the situation first, and then work on these kind of do this healing work. So setting boundaries when you're in a safe place to do so. Getting in touch with feelings. Also, learning to say no. Standing your ground after you set a boundary. Standing your ground. Because if you let somebody step across your boundary once you set it, they're going to know, oh, this person doesn't really mean what she says. I can cross her boundaries anytime, and they will. They will continue to try to cross your boundaries even if you've already set them. So being consistent and standing your ground when you set a boundary. This one, removing yourself from one-sided conversations or one-sided energy exchanges. If you've ever been in a situation with someone who just talks nonstop doesn't even leave a space for you to come in and say anything, even to say, okay, I need to leave now. They just keep talking. These just drain your energy. And the reason that they drain your energy is because, remember, like, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And so if you're a do-gooder giving all your attention to this person that's just talking nonstop, your energy is flowing to that person. So afterwards, you know, they're feeling more and more energized and can keep talking and talking and feel great, but you're being depleted of your energy by this. And they'll feel wonderful after the exchange, and you're going to feel completely drained. So removing yourself as soon as you start to feel drained and avoiding these kind of people and situations is best. And then starting to trust your decisions instead of always asking other people's opinions about things. Start trusting yourself. Just even if you think it's going to be a wrong decision, just go with a decision, because it's easier once you make a decision and you realize it's not the right decision. You can pivot from there to change direction. You've already started momentum, so it's easy to pivot in another direction. But if you don't even move, you don't make a decision, you just stay stuck where you are. So even making the wrong decision is better than being stuck in no decision. And then negotiating your time and energy for what you need, making sure that there's a even exchange, give and take. So that's some of the work for the prostitute energy. And then the last one is the victim. And this is an important mindset shift that really needs to take place in order for healing to happen. And switching from victim mentality into your personal power, every time you identify as the victim, you are handing your power over to the situation, the person, whatever it is, and you end up completely powerless. And so negative characteristics, powerless. So also low self-esteem, no self-authority, no sovereignty, no self-responsibility. You criticize others, you blame others, you have excuses for why you can't change or do things. You're stuck in a negative loop. And positive aspects of this victim energy are victorious, you're empowered, you make new choices, you make new responses to situations or triggers, you have self-esteem, you're compassionate, you have forgiveness for to others, and you have faith and hope in a bright future and your own power to succeed in life. And so I renamed this victim into Empress energy or Emperor energy. So I know this is a lot of information. And like as you're a child, like when you go through trauma, like there are many emotions that you go through, and there are sometimes conflicting emotions, even that are confusing. Like say you have a parent that is abusive, you love your parent, but then you also hate your parent. So it's like confusing to the child, these different energies and so many different feelings and emotions that you're experiencing, that the child doesn't have the mental capacity to process this information, these emotions, and so they're all just jumbled up and stuck, and that's what creates these archetypes. And so this is the work. And it takes practice to embody your full power, little step by little step. Um, but I do love working with the archetypes because I find that it's very clear what you need to do. There's no mystery in it, and um, it allows you to see like where you are, how you're doing, and how you're doing along your healing journey. So that's it for this video, and if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. And I thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.